That's why in the Bible, God says, you shall not make for thyself a graven image. Because the minute you make for yourself a graven image, you cannot love yourself anymore. Why? Because you cannot love an entity which is different from you. Wow, this is a great place to take my video, isn't it? Yes. I have a clip that I want to give a comment on. Yes. I've always been asking a question. The love of the mother for the child. Yes. Where did it come from? The obvious answer from you, well, it is biological. That's true. But I'm talking about it in a more spiritual sense. Yes. Let's examine the question. When you see the love coming from the animal, a monkey, you must conclude that it is biological. Isn't that right? That's right. It's something from the body for the body. The child, the baby, is coming from the body. So the baby is definitely of the parent body, of the mother's body. So the affinity definitely must be biological. But then we have to look further into this. What does it mean to the mother? How does she feel about it? Well, as far as she is concerned, the child is mine. That's right. In every way, the child will look like the mother. And the life is coming up from the mother to the child. Isn't that right? Yeah. So in other words, the child and the mother is kind of one. That's right. And the love that's coming from the mother for the child must be the result of that oneness. The point I want to emphasize is that we love our own. Whatever that we create, we love that. We notice that when we create, let's say, a song, whenever I compose my song, I love it. Whether the song is nice or not, it doesn't really matter. But I still love the song that I create. Isn't that right? Yes. So everything is beautiful if it is I who create it. And so it is the mother. The mother, in a way, created the child. So therefore the mother loves the child. So now I'm asking a question in my mind, and that is, now, the universe brought forth all of us into this world. You and I included. So in a way, we are kind of a child of the universe. The life that is in us came from that divinity, I would call it, or came from that eternal one. So now I'm asking you a question. Does that eternal one love us? It is obvious, right? The eternal one must surely love us. So beautiful, isn't it? All that you see around you comes from divinity. So God loves us, you may call it. I don't call it as God. I would call it as one reality loves us. Or I would call it the universe loves us. Whichever way you call it is kind of the same, right? That's right. But the point I'm trying to emphasize is not a particular one that loves us. You see, when I refer to God, I would consider God as an outside being, and that one loves me. But I think it's the mistake here, in my opinion. When I say God loves us, I mean what is inside us loved us. Divinity loves us. We came from that one source, and that one source loves us. And that one source is not a being outside of us. We are part of that emanation. We are part of the whole creation itself. And the creator and creation is one. But that's not the purpose why I created this video. In this video, I wanted to emphasize a very important point, which I'm now saying. And that is, our soul loves us. That means we love ourselves. Every man is loved by himself. Isn't that true? That's right. But what is so interesting is that although there is this deep love inside us to ourselves, we are mistrusting that love. Very often than not, we don't trust that love. That's the funny part about it. Do I love myself? For many, as I know, many people do not really love themselves. No, if they love themselves, they would not need to seek a companionship from their possession. They would not need really to hold on to something in order to give them security. They will not need to do that. You will not need to have yourself elevated by your friends. If you love yourself, you really hold on to yourself. You don't need anybody else except yourself. That's what love is all about. You see, the mother is very comfortable with the child, and he wants to unite with the child at all times. Although, of course, giving the child some freedom to move, when the mother's eyes are always looking at the child. But in our case, it's slightly different, right? Do you really love yourself? Because if you really love yourself, why would you be searching for something to give you happiness? That's the important thing. So now the question in my mind must be, as I said earlier, divinity loves us, and what's inside us loves us. But how is it that you could not feel that love within you? That's the question. That love is awesome and infinite, but yet we don't really feel that love for ourselves to ourselves. And because of that, we search. We search from someone to love us, to respect us. But why do we need that if truly I love myself? Think very carefully. If truly you love yourself, why do you need to be very special? Why do you need to be respected? Why do you need to be a person of high rank? I mean, you will notice that I just said earlier, if I love my song, it doesn't really matter whether my song is beautiful or not, right? I'll still treasure my song because it's coming from me. That's right. So look at your life. You notice that you want to look beautiful to others, right? Why would you want to look beautiful to yourself if you love yourself? Love overrides everything. That's right. It doesn't matter what you do. That's right. You may be doing something wrong, right? But if you love yourself, you hold on to yourself, and you will always be with yourself despite the wrongness. In others, you forgive yourself. That's right. Just as you would forgive your own son. Isn't that right? That's right. Your own children, you will never leave them. You will always hold them, despite everything that they would do, because you love them. So if you love yourself, you will truly forgive yourself. But why then? Why then do you notice that you want to look beautiful? You put on a mask, you cover up yourself. You do everything to make sure that you look beautiful. You hide yourself from yourself. And why do you do that? Because I tell you the truth, you're not feeling the love from yourself. I repeat again, you're not feeling the love from yourself. And now the question must be, why? Now the answer to this question is very intricate. You need to carefully hear what I'm going to say. Two entities, can they love each other if they are different from each other? Can they? You cannot, right? It must come from one source, then the two entities can love each other. You know, the reason why a man may find difficulty to appreciate another human being, we always tend to judge them, right? Yeah. So we find difficulty to appreciate a human being. And why is that so? Because there is a difference. Two entities coming from different sources, we tend not to love each other. We tend to judge. We tend to keep ourselves private and separated from each other. But of course, we all came from the one source. That's true. But not everyone understands that his friend is coming from the same one source. And it's not about understanding. If you can go deep into yourself and discover the one source, then you realize that your friend is also from the same one source. And then the unity will come, and then the love will come. Without the entry into one soul, you cannot feel the love for your own self. That's the point I'm trying to make. Cannot. Because whatever you think of yourself right now is only a thought. Whatever that you are, that you think you are, is only an image in front of your mind. You can't love an image. You cannot. The soul does not love an image. The soul does not love the image. The soul needs himself to love. So in others, you have to go deep into yourself so that you don't see yourself as an image anymore. You need to see yourself as a being. You need to be the being so that you can love yourself, because you are divine. And so whatever that you want to discover of you must be also a divinity, not an image. That's why in the Bible, God says, you shall not make for thyself a graven image. Because the minute you make for yourself a graven image, you cannot love yourself anymore. Why? Because you cannot love an entity which is different from you. Love arises as a result of oneness. And you're one with yourself only when you discover the one source in you, of which the other part of you also belongs to that same one source. And in this way, you discover true love. So let's rehearse it again. God loves you. That's right. The one source truly loves you. We all came from divinity, so divinity truly loves us. There's no doubt about it. But can you feel that love from divinity? Can you feel the love that's coming from yourself to yourself? Can you feel it? Yeah, you can feel it only if you stop creating an image of yourself. You have to. That's right. And what is an image? When you think of yourself with a thought, and you think that you are a thought, that is an image. Yes. You must stop doing that and enter into beingness. That's right. Only then will you be able to love yourself. And so, in my videos, if you follow them and if you subscribe to them, I have told you the secret. The secret of returning back to being is resonance. Because if you relate yourself with yourself right now, for example, you won't be able to do that because that other person that you are relating to, which is yourself, of course, is only an image. So you have therefore to resonate the same frequency with that image, so that the two entities become just one being. And only in this way, wow, you return to I am that I am. That is my name forever, yourself. You return to one being. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my video. That's right. And then go back to all my previous videos. I have spoken it. What exactly is resonance? Not an easy thing to do, but you need to try. Because only through resonance can you nullify the image, and can you nullify the observer, who is also the image. And only through resonance, when you nullify these two frequencies, you enter into a higher and stronger frequency, which is called the resonant frequency. And this is where you discover the truth of yourself.